my girls on a cold and drizzly day today. Is it snowing where you are? Because I would much rather have some of the white stuff. But we have gotten out of the car for some wiggles before we get back on the road again. And I wanted to take a minute to remind y'all that so often the place where you feel the pain is a location of symptoms, but not necessarily of the cause of the actual problem. So if you have plantar fasciitis, or if you have pain when you first put your feet on the ground in the morning, it is definitely important to look at the mobility of your toes, to look at the mobility of your ankle, to consider how the strength of how you control your foot and what kind of strength and control you have when your foot hits the ground and as you transfer your body weight over it. But when you do all of those things and your pain doesn't significantly change, it might be time to look at your hip. So the motion that we're most concerned with is that rolling inward of your foot, because this is what generally tends to put a stress along the plantar fascia or create this heel pain or bone spurs. It's the excessive rolling in that causes all these issues that create pain in the bottom of your foot. And if you can't control that roll, if you can't slow your roll into pronation by learning how to control the strength and mobility in your foot, it might be time to look at the opposite end of the stick. So your foot has an ability to control the way your leg moves from the bottom up, but your hip has the ability to control the way the stick moves from the top down. And you need both. You need good foot control because it helps your hip and pelvic floor, and you need good hip and pelvic floor control because it helps your foot. And so when you have problems in one location that don't solve by looking at that location, it might be time to go to the other end of the stick.